as the Sergeant at Arms, the most important person. I'm the most important person tonight. Without me, the club will at the meeting start. So we shall bow our heads and pray. Father God, we are so thankful to you for bringing us together here to have our Toastmasters meeting. Thank you for the strength that you have given to everyone, and we pray that your presence will be felt here. And we are so thankful for Rice's birthday today. We pray that you give him his heart's desire, protect him, and allow him to enjoy life, and give him a joyful heart, O God. And we pray that you will continually watch over him and let your sunshine be upon him. Give him good health, O God, and enjoy his life as you have been extended. Thank you, Lord, for the life, O God. You have extended the 1 year that you have extended our lives. We are praying and hoping that you will grant the same favor upon him over this year again, and he will reach his another year of his glory. This we ask and pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
This meeting will now go to order.
So this meeting is now called to order. Shall we recite our motto?
For better listening, for better thinking, for better speaking, we learn by doing.
I now calling our president for some preliminaries.
Good evening, and I'm happy to see are very comfortable, and we're all talking like we're all friends. So calm down, we got to live like we're family, and that's nice. You see, as I see now, so now we're one family now. So that we meet every time like this, very proud. And I want to do this and so on until my year ends. And now I will start off with my sparkle. And now I have to ask each one of you will answer the sparkle for tonight. And that is, where is it?
What do you consider?
Okay. What do you consider a nutritious food and why? So I'll start first with what I consider nutritious food is fruits. But something you see, yeah, fruits would you see, it's just a bowl. You were all telling me, after you eat food and you lose weight. If I start my breakfast with carrots, carrot juice, and then I eat, it's all fruits at that time. So that's what I think, that's nutritious food. And now to that one. Thank you, very sharp. Huh? Like, I'll say don't stand up anymore. Just talk in your chair.
And nutritious food for me is something that will give a good eyesight. Nutrition for mind to maintain a good eyesight. Carrots, vitamin A, of course, the malunggay are nutritious food. Carrots, malunggay, and fruits are nutritious food. And I love them very much. Thank you.
Next.
What I consider most foods is the absence of high growth of content. It's precisely because it is a contraindication to my health state of health if I consume too much sugar. I can take anything but less sugar, please. Thank you.
For me, I consider the most important anti-aging food
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
is fat.
It's fat because you diabetes.
Yes, because you don't grow old.
Antioxidants.
So for me, that's the best anti-aging food.
What? How are you not heavy?
Because you die young, so you don't grow old. It's anti-aging.
Yeah, how are you not heavy? How are you not fat?
Because no, I don't eat fat. Just kidding. Now for me, it's malunggay. Because it's the miracle.
Beer.
Miracle. That's yours. Sorry. Okay, it's carrots. Sorry. It's carrots. It's good for the eyes. And it's what Bugs Bunny eat.
For me, the most nutritious food is vegetables. A while ago, we were listening to the talk. Because it has to
For me, what I consider to be a nutritious food are fishes, any kind of fishes. Because I remember, if you remember my first speech, it's about my parents having so much value in education. I remember my dad preparing fish every time we need to have our examinations when I was a student. Thank you.
What I consider as nutritious foods is vegetables and fruits. At this point in my life, as much as possible, if it is possible, I want to avoid carbs and sugar.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Right?
During the panel of Toastmasters, contrary to popular belief, what I consider a nutritious food is surprisingly eggs, but in moderation. Because eggs contain iron, iodine. Don't eat the yolk too much. The cholesterol inside the eggs don't actually translate to cholesterol inside your body. What converts cholesterol is fat inside your body. So eating cholesterol doesn't mean directly related to cholesterol intake in your body. So in moderation, eggs is delicious.
How many times a week?
Can you eat that? Yeah, but every day.
Three times a week.
If you do it every day.
Oh, that's
If I do it
Pero
every
pwede
day,
nakatulog.
if I do it every day, my skin would snap.
It depends on the score you're getting in your school. You're always getting zero. Perhaps there's a correlation.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. What do you consider nutritious food and why? I believe everything that was God-given as food is nutritious at its own level. However, if like Sophia was concerned for sugar and for rice, there's concern for cholesterol. Prior, concern for fat. Mine is my concern for my allergies. My skin asthma prohibits me to eat a lot of stuff. One of those is eggs. Another is seafood. Another is shell food. These are the things that I like. These are the things I think are nutritious. So, if and when I need to eat it, if I need to satisfy the craving, I just make sure I have my medicine in me. They're all nutritious, nothing is not nutritious. What is important is eat in moderation and eat Thank you very much for having back here.
Now we have a very fruitful discussion about nutrition. Can I give back the table to
Ann.
Anne? Okay, for the benefit of the video, let me start beside Matt. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening, thank you for this opportunity to be the Toastmaster of the night, so I can finish one more task for my specialty speeches, that is to introduce speakers. Tonight's theme, ladies and gentlemen, is nutrition. I believe this is because July is Nutrition Month. Would you believe the theme for Nutrition Month is something to the effect of the first 1,000 days of the baby. Ang unang 1,000 araw ni baby, 1,000. First 1,000 days. And we were thinking it's from the day of birth to the 1,000th day. That's about 3 years old. Only to find out that it's from the first day, first moment that the mother knows that she's pregnant. So it's not 1,000 days starting on the date of birth, but 1,000 days the day the mother gets to know she's pregnant. 9 months, thereabouts. So almost until 2 years old. Almost somewhere there. I was trying to do the math yesterday. I forgot. I don't know my onions when it comes to math. Thus, the first 1,000 days begins the moment the mother knows she is pregnant. That would include what she would be eating for a healthy baby inside her tummy. Tonight, we will have a very healthy, nutritious meal. Good number, I believe. We will be having, once again, our educational portion to be led by Toastmaster Rice Palaganas for the table topics portion. After everything happens tonight, we will always, as always, have the evaluation. The general evaluator will be Toastmaster Sam Palaganas. The table topics evaluator will be Toastmaster President Kathy Gonzal. Our prepared speech evaluators are Toastmaster Rice, myself, and ACB Wendy Cole. Our timer, who will take the stage in a bit to explain their roles, will be Toastmaster Wendy. Warm round of applause, please, as she explains the segment.
As the timer of the evening, we have the table topics is allotted for 2 minutes for every speaker. And after 1 minute, then I will light on the green, 1 and 30 seconds, the yellow, and then 2 minutes, the red, and you have 30 seconds to wrap up. Then I will So that's for table topics. Then for the prepared speech, of course, if it is 5 to 7 minutes, then 1 minute, 5 minutes is this one, 6 minutes is this one, 7 minutes, 7 minutes and 30 seconds. So that's the timing, the use of this timing device. So please watch out for the time, for your time, the allotted time for you to speak. For evaluators, then 2 minutes is the maximum time for evaluation.
Thank you. I shall be the language evaluator. I'll be on the lookout for the gems that we will use tonight, but I will also try my best to take note of who and how many times that person uses the idiomatic expression of the evening, know your onions. Friends, maybe all say, know your onions.
Know your onions.
It is to know a lot about a particular subject. Used in a sentence, when it comes to computers, he really knows his onions.
I smell onions.
I smell onions. Let's have shawarma. Likewise, I will be taking note of our grammatical glitches. We are all hoping we will not have any, but if and when there will be, let's take it as a constructive criticism later on during our evaluation portion. Our accounter friends who will take note of our us, repeated words, and filler words will be Toastmaster Fidel. Thank you, Toastmaster Fidel. Our vote counter who will be taking our votes and counting so that we can choose the best big three rather, the best table topic speaker, the best table topics the best evaluator will be Toastmaster President Kathy Batsal. Thank you. Thank you. The rest of the evaluators will be introduced later on. We now proceed, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, to the table topics portion. Without much ado, celebrating his birthday, and now officially CC competent communicator Rice Palaganas. Friends for Toastmaster Rice.
Thank you, Toastmaster, and also for the sake of the camera, shout out to Toastmaster Virgil Garcia. I hope you're watching. Because he mentioned in our previous club officers training that they urged all of the clubs in Division 6, in Area 62 to watch the upcoming video.
Oh my God.
So for table topics, let's jump right in. Nutrition. We all hear about it. During talk shows, we all get shocked. But once we get to the dining table, we tend to forget what these hosts try to say. In your lifetime, have you practiced any of these suggestions by recommended nutritionists or chefs? I will call each one of you one by one, probably around 4 or 5 table topics for tonight. Let's see if you are really a nutritious guys. Let's start out with Toastmaster Jeneline Quinto. Toastmaster Jen. You keep hearing on TV that this food is bad, this food is harmful, do not eat this. But what food that is harmful, you think is harmful, but you keep eating it? You keep eating and eating.
It's difficult because we basically eat everything.
Including the wrapper.
I was gonna say so. Since I eat everything.
Lumpia kasi.
So people would often tell me that, oh, you're too fat, you should avoid this, you should avoid this. And one of the one food that people try to tell me to lessen is rice. And as a Filipino, it's our staple food. And sometimes, trying not eating rice in a day would just make me weak. And I make it as an excuse that I work too hard, I study, and not eating so would make me dysfunctional. So, if I skip rice today, I will definitely eat a lot of rice the following day. That would be all. Thank you.
Same here. Thank you, Toastmaster. To give a background on...
Tied up with
to continue, just to give a little background on the rice issue. Did you know that the number one reason why rice is the most fattening substance is rice contains the simplest carbohydrates, which is basically easily converted to sugar. And sugar, again, is very easily converted to fat. So that although we don't see fat in rice, it is being converted into fat. Carbohydrates itself, it is fat. Next question. When you are fat and you realize that you are fat, you go to a hospital to consult a dietitian. But there's one problem. To our new Toastmaster from PS5. When you are fat and you go to a dietitian, will you trust a dietitian that is also fat?
Of course not.
Table top, that's your question.
That's the question.
Let's stop with table topic.
Akala ko ba? What's the question?
The question is, if you go to a dietitian, if you want to consult a dietitian for your, let's say, waistline problems,
Yes.
do you trust a diet, bigger belly, if you know, once you're getting old, if you have bigger bellies? A dietitian, do you trust a dietitian that is also fat?
Certainly not. A dietitian, of course, a doctor, must be in her or his body must be always well chiseled one, so that someone that going to visit his clinic
That's why I don't want to hear about
will turn into a will inspire also to have a checkup with them every month or twice a week, something like that, so that the client will going to will exercise more and be inspired to have that chiseled body of the dietitian also.
Thank you, Toastmaster, for a very nice answer.
Next.
The next question is directed to Toastmaster Fidel. As with your condition, what is the advantage of taking small portions of meals multiple times rather than compiling them in one big meal or 3 meals? It's like 3 meals broken down into 8 smaller meals.
The scenario you created was advised by my doctor to take foods on regular intervals with small amounts than to take it all at once in one meal. Because you see, it has to do something with metabolism and everything. A person with a diabetic condition reacts in its extraordinary ways than a normal average person. So I have to be wary of things I take, the frequency and everything. And also, just like the case of our president here, I am sufficient, I am insulin dependent already at the same time. I come to appreciate the wonder medicine introduced by Madam Cathy Mansal. It is quite effective and you can recommend it to your friends who are inflicted with diabetes. I recommended it to aunts that, but
Jordan.
Jordan.
He's very effective.
But it seemed that it cannot be applicable to him because he's not built as I am, or he's not fatty.
our last table topics for tonight is that. Would you like? No?
Yes.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Okay, come on. You can do that.
She's not
Yes.
answer this question.
So you throw,
Oh, yeah.
you
Why
just
don't
say
we
and
try?
then throw it
Just
to
one
your gut.
sentence. The question is, do you reward yourself with food? Yes, and why? If yes, and why?
Oh, very, very.
If you're
nice.
tired from school days, if you're
There's something else.
Dr. Chad, good evening. The answer to the question is yes, I reward myself with food when I did something. But I get answer with
so your dad gets the food for you. And request your dad will grant, or what is only limited to the fridge? Is your father, do you consider your father your food angel? Yes.
Or food competitor.
Siya na yung bunso.
I hope you have learned a lot from this table topic session. I have
Yes.
the pleasure to be in front. See you again later. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rice, for the night. Once again, for the information of everyone, Toastmaster Rice is the youngest Toastmaster to be a CC.
In the world?
In the world, I hope. He's the Dagupan's pride, one of the Dagupan's pride. We now move on to the prepared speeches. We will be having 3 speakers, including myself. These 3 speakers will be evaluated by 3 evaluators likewise. Speech number 4 for Toastmaster Jenny Lynn Quinto is entitled Souvenir from Buscalan. And this will be body language, your body speaks.
How to say it.
How to say. Also, you're delivering 2 tonight. All right. We miss this gal. We hope to see more of her. We will after her trip abroad. Thus, she takes advantage of this night to deliver speeches number 4 and 5. The first one with a maximum time of 7 minutes and 30 seconds to be evaluated by Toastmaster Rice Panabanas. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of her souvenir from Buscalan, Toastmaster Jenny.
Good evening, my fellow Toastmasters.
Good evening.
So let me tell you about my recent local trip recently. Yeah, just last month. So this is entitled Souvenir from Buscalan. That's how they pronounce it in Kalinga. But for tonight, we pronounce it as Buscalan because it's easier that way. So Buscalan is a village under the municipality of Tinglayan in the province of Kalinga. There are only 3 ways of reaching this place. The easiest one is through a private car. The second one is a bus via Dagupan. And the third one, if you are coming from Baguio like me, you have to use a bus via Bonto. What is common among these 3 transportations is that after you reach the municipality of Tinglayan, all must start hiking to reach the village. It was initially exciting for me because I really love traveling and I love nature. So to start, you have to sit 6 hours in the bus and another 2 hours in the jeepney before you reach Tinglayan. Well, that was okay because you will enjoy seeing a nature scene with pine trees, green fields, terraces, and clear waters that you will never see here. If you are trying to escape from the city, but I think this is a perfect experience for you. Did I say 6 hours and 2 hours? Well, yes, I did. That's a total of 8 hours. It may sore your body like really sore your body sitting for 8 hours. But no, you know, that is 8 hours in total with a clean breeze touching your face. And it's still good. Reaching Tinglayan continues the nature trip, I mean. However, you use your feet this time. So as I mentioned earlier, you will be having hiking from Tinglayan. So using your feet, you will get the real experience from nature. You will get to smell the fragrance of pine needles and other trees. You will get to touch the stones. And you will feel running or rushing water under your feet as you cross shallow rivers going to the mountains. It's a good thing you had the 8 hours, right? Otherwise, you would really fall or not even reach Buscalan without resting long. Well, don't worry. It will all be rewarding because as you reach the village, people will welcome you with their widest smiles while saying congratulations for reaching Buscalan. If you are a person who loves coffee, well, I think this place is perfect for you. This is where I tasted the best coffee in my entire life. And I'm not joking. You can have it for free, as much as you want.
That's a good tip here.
It may sound like a real earth experience right now to you, but to tell you the truth, Buscalan is not popular for the nature it offers. Hundreds of tourists all over the world visit the place, not for the nature. I forgot the other one. Oh, this is Buscalan. So we climbed 3 mountains, by the way. That's Chico River. And these are the coffee. It's every house that you visit, they will offer you coffee and just grab it. It's free. It's not popular. It's not popular for nature. That's her. So a lot of people come here not for the nature, but for the long tradition that they long have. Buscalan was famed by Fang Od. And she is a 92 to 98 years old woman who became popular for giving traditional tattoos. And she is the only living tattoo artist in the Highlands. I did not plan to have a tattoo when I planned to go in Buscalan. I just went with my friends and I was thinking of having a selfie with Apo Wang Od because some people were saying she's really old, she's gonna die soon. And as a Highlander, I really wanted to have a picture with her. But just imagine the 8 hours of traveling and then another hour or 2 hiking the mountains. You would really go, right? I was the first one who wake up early in the morning. I told my friends, I changed my mind. I will have my tattoo.
Wow.
So, Apo Wang Od used a suit from charcoal. And she used a suit from charcoal as the tattoo ink and thorns from pomelo trees as her needle. So going up closely, this is how it looks. If you would ask me if it hurts, well, it sure did. The higher she beats, the more painful it gets. Here. Mine took 30 minutes, but that was nothing with the travel I had and the dizziness I felt as I climbed mountain to mountain. So as you know, tattoo in the Highlands are very symbolic. It may represent status. It may also tell how rich a person is and what your achievements are. Mine simply means free-spirited or courageous, and the other one means traveler's protection from nature. Well, these souvenirs will constantly remind me of the wonderful journey I had in Buscalan. And these are permanent permanent souvenirs I will keep for the rest of my life. That would be all. Thank you so much.
Nominated for national artist.
Nominated for National Artist. We are hoping she will get that because all over the world, Apple Kampot's photos are plastered all their train stations, even in the museums. They are now honoring her. We hope to see more of her. We hope to hear more of her, and hopefully we see that free-spirited, courageous tattoo.
Next time, don't move it up with other two steps.
In a few minutes, after she takes a few... Okay, we're all good. As she said, we're all good. She didn't even need a few minutes. Toastmaster Jeneline Quinto will be delivering speech number 5. Wow. This is body language, your body moves. Again, 7 minutes, 30 seconds maximum time. Entitled Constructive Criticism to be evaluated by competent communicator, past president Mel Shorter, the woman with a tattoo. Toastmaster Jeneline Quinto.
Thank you so much, Ms. Anne.
Continuation. Speech 5.
Buburahin niya na yung tattoo.
So, constructive criticism. Quinto's Kensh Institute of Music is a music school in store situated in the same district as where this coffee shop is right now. It is where I work. I work as a manager, but most of the time I work as a music teacher. Being in the business for almost 4 years now, I can say that majority of our students are kids, aging 3 years old to 12 years old, elementary students. And to tell you the truth, it's not easy. Most of the time, you would see faces like this. Students very, very nervous, and they're really worried about their first lesson. Worse, you will see students having these faces. They're crying, whining, and having their tantrums. As a teacher, it's not really easy for us. Well, you know, these are kids and they insist on doing what they want to do. And my teachers, including me, usually get mad because these students are not paying attention. They keep on telling, I know already, but they still don't know what they're doing. They keep on doing repetitive mistakes. And one thing that we do not like in the institution is that we have students who are really, really stubborn and rude in front of their teachers. Having these situations, I used to hear 2 years ago from my teachers, you are wrong. I keep on correcting the same mistake over and over. You are not improving. I am tired teaching you. You are not good enough. But these are just the minor ones. Imagine teachers saying, stop! Stop what you're doing. That is enough. Are you dumb? And I heard one teacher say that, you are so stupid. But don't worry, that teacher is not working with us anymore. As a manager, I didn't want this situation happening in my company. My shop looks like this. We have transparent rooms. So as clients enter my business, they will simply see what's going on inside. And I cannot afford clients getting in the business and seeing students crying or teachers getting mad. It's really bad for the business. 2 years ago, I was at the peak of my business and I cannot afford losing everything I've worked hard for just because of the bad criticisms that students are getting from the teachers. So I took initiative. We started using sandwich method, which is the easiest method we use, and I think it's very effective. So in between our bad feedbacks, we make sure that we sandwich it with good points and good points. So for example, we have a student who cannot follow a teacher. Instead of saying, you are doing the same mistake, we would say, you are there, you're almost good, you just have to do this so that you will sound better. You know, as teachers, we have to be careful with what we say. Because kids are kids. Whatever we say may be instilled in their hearts, and they may believe what we are telling about them. If you tell a kid that she is stupid, then that student may believe that she is stupid for the rest of her life. So she's developing shame complex, inferiority, and probably that person would be, you know, you're contributing to the bad future that she or he may have. Early this morning, I was so proud that after 2 years of implementing the sandwich method, I was observing in the shop, and I heard these words from my teachers. Very well done. That sounds better if you do this. You can do it. Keep on trying. Almost there. Great. Great. Especially to young kids. Awesome. Perfect. And you are a genius. And you know, these kids really just like being praised. And in fact, what I earned 2 years ago is still growing until now. And with this sandwich method that we have, I am proud to say that we opened our second branch just last year in Gundaneta. And, well, you know, it's not about having a big profit or anything, but at the end of the day, it's about a child who sings. Because a child who sings is a happy child. Thank you so much.
Toastmaster Jella Dagupan. A woman of art, not only the woman with tattoo. Music in her soul. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to be a CS soonest, to be able to contribute to the club's DCP goals. Thus tonight, I will be speaking from the management manual, the adversary speech, the last speech in that manual, fifth speech. I still have a few more to go to reach 10. I will be evaluated by ACB, Charter President Wendy Ko, who will also be ACS soonest. And tonight my speech title is To Go or Not to Go. To go or not to go. I have 5 minutes. I have 5 minutes. After which you may ask me questions. The question and answer portion will be good for 10 minutes, right, Ma'am Wendy? In the manual?
Yes.
The manual is already with Ma'am Wendy. Yes. May I borrow for the objectives, Ma'am? For everybody's information, the objectives of assignment number 5, confrontation, the adversary relationship, for speeches by management. Its objectives are to understand the definition and nature of the adversary relationship, to prepare for an adversary confrontation on a controversial management issue, to employ appropriate preparation methods, strategy and techniques for communicating with an adversary group as the representative of the company or corporation. Again, this is for 5 minutes and 10 minutes maximum for the question period. With your indulgence, may I start? Friends, Toastmasters International envisions to be the first choice provider of dynamic
high-value experiential communication and leadership skills for development. Our Metro Dagupan Toastmasters Club's motto is, as we all have just said a while ago, for better listening, for better thinking, for better speaking, we learn by doing. What better way, friends, to encourage the young lads and ladies to prepare to become Toastmaster members, to hone their thinking on their toes and speaking off the cuff skills, if not through by reaching out to them and letting them experience the Toastmasters culture. Thus, I have been enlisting everyone's individual nod to deliver a speech on July 22 at St. Albert School. Because I want them to hear us. I want them to listen to us. I want them to see us. I want them to feel us so that they will be inspired and encouraged to be future members of the Toastmasters Club. Each of your speech may be whatever is in your educational track, your CC track, or even your advanced communication track. Rise is on his first manual for advanced communication. Same thing with Melchor. The same thing for Kathy. We all have different AC manuals. You're working on specialty speeches. Melchor, you're working on humorous, entertaining. Entertaining. Rise will be working on
Specialty and the professionals.
specialty speeches, just like Kathy, whichever you're going to do first. The other one is the professional speaker. All right. And of course, Ma'am Wendy is working, I think, also on her way for her management speeches. A few more for her. Again, if and when you say yes, you will attend and you will participate, any from your CC or AC manuals will be most welcome. This shall be considered a public relations event of the club, and your enthusiastic participation will be credited to your CL project number 6. That is to help organize a public relations event. That is CL6. SAGS, School, St. Albert Great School, will provide a lecture, a stage, a sound system, simple snack after the event for everyone, and an audience of almost 200 grade 10 and grade 11 students taking up public speaking and oral communication respectively. A student will act as our timer, using our timing device. Thus, I will ask Toastmaster Sam if he could endorse the timer to me so I can brief the kids who will assigned as timers. If and when we will not have the number to accommodate all the functionaries, we might just opt to have a round of sample speech delivery instead. As long as there is a PR speech, which I believe Sir Sam will be delivering, that PR speech will be informing and encouraging the audience as to what Toastmasters Club is all about. That they are most welcome to join us and reap the awesome, fun, and lifelong benefits of being empowered, effective communicators and leaders, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth coupled with our values of respect, integrity, service, and excellence. To go or not to go. Friends, I hope we will be at SAGS on July 22 at 8:30 a.m. Rise, Metro Dagupan Toastmasters. Questions for?
I'll give you a speech.
We'll deliver a speech. No questions, fellow Toastmasters?
You asked, so that
The evolution will be continued.
What would be the setup if the only attendees are Jen, myself, and Rice?
We just do a sample speech. We let go of the table topics. Jen and I were speaking to each other, and she said she can give sweets and bookmarks. That's a good idea. However, if we do not have the number, and it would be difficult to do everything, like there's only 4 of us, 3 of us, then just your sample speeches will do. I'm sorry I cannot help with the functions for that day because I need to be with the students, facilitating the students.
So you are ruling out yourself as the Toastmaster? Because I was planning to suggest it, since you know their temperament and the way, the dynamics there, so I was to suggest that you will be the Toastmaster the morning.
By all means, no problem.
Can you do that?
I will, no problem.
What time? Where is it? January?
July 22.
What time?
8:30 a.m.
Can you?
And your speech will be, may I take this time to ask what roles and what speeches everybody will be?
I'll be the table topic for the kids, right?
Yes.
How many maximum? Can you do 10?
Yes, we may.
Because there are a lot.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, we can attend.
The problem is it might take too long. We only have until 11.
8
Because
p.m.
they-
is 3 hours.
No, 8:30 probably we might start at 9, knowing how how we are. The kids are in school at 7:30. My grade 11 students are supposed to be in school at 8:30. So 8:30 is for us to gather ourselves, do the test and all that. We start around 9, we finish at 11. 20 table topics might be too much already. It might take everybody's time. And after table topics, how many speeches?
Speech 6.
Jen, speech 6. Alright, Rice is speech 1. Alright,
Speech will come.
professional, that's 20 minutes.
Or maybe let's go back to old ones because
Yeah.
they can relate to that. So there's a specific, the basic ones.
Actually, I was suggesting that. However, for Rice, this is an opportunity for him to advance. But, well and good. The first one I was actually suggesting was the digital war.
Redeliver the
Yeah.
war.
Yes, because it's something that these kids can
You
relate.
can
It
connect.
would be very, it would be very effective if the theme of the speeches to be delivered will be within the purview
Exactly.
of the students' understanding.
Yes, I
Not-
think Sam was
not
saying
beyond
high school life.
high
The
school
theme
life.
will be high school life. Thank you for that. Alright. Okay, so Jen speech 6 is,
I'm still working.
but that's fun. Rice will digital war. Digital war 2.0. Sir Sam will be
I
doing
will be doing some
PR.
kind of card speech, and I believe that would be an opening statement. Some sort of
opening
opening statement.
statement. Under watchman.
One each.
No, it's not really, there's a particular, I'm trying to suit it with the audience we have.
Alright. Okay, so 3 speakers down, 1 table topic square. Melchor will do
Speech also maybe the worship.
David worship. Let me think about it again. Don't let the students go crazy. And the owners of the schools.
Because it's just nature.
And
Yes.
is it not possible that we ask the student to answer the table topics and we do the evaluation?
Yes, we.
Yes, no problem. Yes, we should.
At the same time, we do
It's a panel evaluation. Baka marami sila kasi, hindi natin sila kayang di ba?
Just the maximum of 10
Maximum
kids.
10 and panel evaluation.
No problem.
We'll do the gesture, the organization,
Yes,
by
we
that.
can divide it.
And same thing also, we will evaluate each other na rin, just to show them na how it
Yes,
works.
yes. So Jen will be evaluated by Sam. Rice will be evaluated by Melchor. And some will be evaluated by Jen. And who else? Metro will be evaluated by
Rice?
you. Rice.
Eh,
Alright. Panel. Who will be the panel of evaluators for the table topic? So just tonight we can divide this into gestures.
Sure.
Yeah, who else? Is anyone else going? Is
I
anyone
can do one.
else?
I can do one.
I'm going, but I don't want to get in the waiter.
Okay.
So what do you plan?
About you, Ma'am Wendy, my past.
Actually, I'm asking Ma'am Wendy to do environmental protection because we have earth science. We have earth science and we can do two things at the same time. Sir Fidel, can you attend July 24? Friday morning. Okay, so
Any assignments I can
probably just time or no, somebody's doing time. Counter again if you don't.
No.
Ako na lang counter language.
Yung evaluator. So
The language evaluators.
they'll be at
That's
all.
tentative, okay?
Okay.
Then I'll get the counter.
Okay, Kathy, counter.
Ako ko sila.
As usual.
But of course, let me caution everybody not to be too harsh on the kids because this is the first time that they're really going to do it and this is the first time they're ever going to see Toastmasters.
That's right now. Sorry to halata.
Probably from us. Probably from us. Not from the kids. So that
You
they
can please
will
everybody.
not feel bad. And they will say, even these guys
Hopefully,
still
most
do
of them
us.
will
So,
join.
Okay, I'll just go with the Toastmasters.
yes. So the panel will be the speakers also. Would you like to divide it among yourselves that all gestures will be evaluated by Jen, all language will be, or just anyone?
I guess there should be a division.
It's gonna be per person na lang.
Some
So
ones,
they get variety of how
yes.
they get
So,
evaluated.
like there's 4 of you, so 2, 4, 6, 8, and then 9 and then.
Ako organization.
So Sam wants it the other way. He
Okay.
wants it organization. Lahat sila, organization lang ang i-evaluate ni Sam. And then make sure lahat sila, example, body movements lang, body movements. So what do you think?
Body language.
Body language. So what do you think? So we'll break it down to organization, body language, and body movement, and
The voice.
Voice.
The voice.
Voice.
The delivery. The voice.
voice and delivery. Sino ang delivery? Si Rice, voice si delivery. Delivery is Rice, voice is Jen.
So, since this is table topics, kailangan evaluate natin is less than
Nasa
45 seconds. 45 seconds. Or less than 30 seconds. Kasi madami tayo eh.
No, because you'll do organization overall.
Hindi mahirap.
No, do individual.
Evaluate, yung gawin natin is, once the one speaker is done, evaluate. Kasi focus tayo eh.
Yes, actually for their first speech, I already asked grade 10 to do their first speech. Right after they speak, their whole folder is crazy. I write everything down and then I tell them, this is what you need to do on, this is where you're good at. Just like how we do it here, but I do it one-on-one right then and there. For grade 11, only my advisory class of the guys who are in humanities, I did that. So for STEM and ADM, I haven't done that yet, so they don't know how that would work. But I'll try to put it in tomorrow. I'm reading all of them tomorrow.
Miss Anne, can you also assign some students who will be roaming around the area just to make sure that we have a quiet audience?
That will happen.
Kasi it's a
Titignan
big
niya,
crowd.
dito sila. Hindi, tiglaban. Tayo rito, tahimik tayo dito eh.
We have teachers who will be aside from myself. And all of my classes are assigned people to strangle anyone who needs to be strangled. So, Sir Fidel, language evaluator, Kathy, counter, theme, high school life, table topics master, Jen, 10 questions, Speakers are Jen, Rice, Sam, and Melchor to be evaluated by among themselves. Panel, organization, Sam, body movement, Melchor, voice, Jen, delivery, Rice. Did we miss anything?
So, again, sino mag-evaluator sa ano?
All
Table topics?
four of you.
For all of us. We make it less than 30 seconds. Mahal ko na? Agree tayo, less than 30 seconds. Compress it into less than 30 seconds. One speaker.
Per speaker.
Per speaker.
Because if we do too much, 10 will take 20
Forever.
minutes,
Oh.
forever 2 minutes each. Then we eat up the time and you guys are still going to deliver a minimum of 7 minutes each, right?
That's 2 hours.
7. That's 2 hours, and if and when, I'm sorry, I'll need to cut the table topics because I really want them to see you guys in action. I want them all. Each class has their own photographer and videographer. So you will see around 14 kids going around, taking photos, taking videos. I have assigned that. Each class has, so that right after they upload it and they can all watch it. We do that in class. Right after their speech today, their class was 2 to 3, and they get home at 5:20, 6:30 the video is out. They can all watch each other and laugh at each other and, you know. And right after they speak, I give them that evaluation, which is about 30 seconds also. They already know about body movement, they already know about eye contact, they already know that they need their voices to be louder. All of this because they're 1, shy, 2, nervous, and 3, scared to death.
More likely scared to death.
Scared to death. But I'm glad that they have learned to relax and they have learned to, shake it off. Because after each speech, when I evaluate them, I do my best to make it a bit funny for them. So that's an idea.
How are we getting the table topic speakers?
Do you want me to choose from each class so that we can, at least in a way, pick who's capable?
Selecting in the crowd, they may say, no, I know
And
that.
it's crazy. There's almost 200. Somebody will say,
Pre-assign.
So 2 per class will be good, I think.
How many classes?
7. So 1 from each, and then 2 siguro from the grade 11. Basta total 10.
That's nice, huh?
How many classes?
10 plus 3. 4 plus 3, 7.
Are we going to deliver all of our speeches in one venue?
Yes, the covered court.
Wow.
Where's
That's my biggest effort.
8:30, sir.
Wala microphone.
Of course, there's a microphone.
Yeah, speaking of microphone, in the worst case scenario that probably it rains and there's no car.
Covered court. Just what's crazy only is you don't have a microphone.
No, let's
That
say
will be the only challenge.
it's raining, it's covered court, you will hear the raindrops on the roof. There's no car.
That's a challenge.
That's a
We
good
have
point.
big voices.
We have big voices. True, we have big voices.
This was able
You
to
can-
deliver 7,000.
They could not hear our mistakes.
That's an advantage.
I can't see the
We can just get down from the stage to be near the audience and feel free to go around. I think that's part of our body movement and gestures.
If I don't have my credit.
I need to be there 7:30, so I cannot carpool with anyone because I need to make sure all the chairs are there. Setup is all good. May we borrow the tarpaulin from Sir Ed, or are we printing a new tarpaulin for that? Who's gonna get? You might forget. You never check your phone. Next time I'll call Manny instead.
He will reply a day after.
They will reply after the event. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. But it's all over, so it's okay.
Pinuntang kita nung Sabado.
Any more questions? 10 minutes is up for my question and answer portion. More than.
That's part of your...
Yeah, it's part of my speech.
I hope that we can give each student souvenir
There are 100 students. How
200,
can you
91
do that?
and 100 plus.
The
Pwede
memory
naman,
alone
bookmarks are good. I can do that.
200. Alright, thank you.
And put my picture.
Of course. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for this opportunity to deliver my pitch.
She has
We move along.
Don't collapse.
Yeah, bye.
Papagawa natin ito.
Don't collapse.
We move along with the
Ipagawa mo na rin guys yung design.
The evaluation. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's team of evaluators will be headed by a formidable master of evaluation, Toastmasters.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, Toastmasters.
Yes.
Hello, all the guests. Good evening. We have several evaluators tonight. To evaluate our table topic session is our Chief Provision Officer when it comes to food and our President. Please help me welcome our President to evaluate the table topic.
You know, I'm so happy to hear you guys answer the questions, and all of those questions were all made for each one of us. It's really like that. Those questions are all for our personal use. And I'm very happy that all answered correct, and happy that they're able to share their views about it. And it's got all of us here. Thank you. No, okay.
Okay.
The shortest.
The shortest. Did not do one-on-one.
Oh, but at least.
Thank you for that fastest evaluation that I could
Some is supposed to be an open face.
Yes, and most.
To evaluate our first speaker is one of the youngest competent communicator, my co-founder. Today is his first evaluation at taas. Ladies and gentlemen, the celebrant of tonight, rise for us.
Thank you, Toastmasters. Once again, shout out to Toastmaster Virgil from Hi. So, I am tasked to evaluate Toastmaster Jen for speech number 4. To disclaimer, this is my first evaluation. This will serve as a diagnostic test for my father to reprimand me. You should have said this, you should have said that. But I will try my best to speak out my mind in a very kind way, not in a very harsh
Minor.
in a harsh manner. We millennials tend to say out loud blunt truths. We want everything short, not long. So I'll try my best in that very orderly Toastmasters fashion to evaluate you. So Toastmaster Jenny, I like your speech. You delivered speak project number 4, and your objectives is to select the right words and sentence structure, to communicate your idea clearly, to use rhetorical devices, and to eliminate jargon and unnecessary words. All of those objectives, you've nailed it. You've nailed it. As you have presented earlier in your presentation, what I've learned in internet articles about evaluating speech, especially in Project 4, is that when the project says how to say it. So in some internet articles, when you are delivering speeches on how to say and present graphical or visual aids, try to block them away from your view. Because the objective of the speech is the words should already visualize. So I should already visualize the speech. Although it enhances the speech, but as part of my evaluation, I tried to remove the visual portion. You have stated earlier the sandwich method. As you've noticed, I gave you a thumbs up. Thumbs up. Why? Because that is the exact method I used to evaluate the sandwich method. The top one is your introduction, the meat is your the body, and the last one is your conclusion. Overall, the burger that you have presented, well grilled. Very delicious. But there are points to consider. As Toastmaster Ben Garcia has gave critic to my speech before, that if you want to make points, although it is not necessary in your project, if you want to make a point, you stand here. If you want to make another point, go to another section of the stage, because don't stand too much inside of lecture. Also, I want you to inject more emotion. For example, your intro says, imagine a 8-hour journey, a 2-hour hike. What you have presented is it's like stating as a fact rather than us bringing us on a journey. And if you want to repeat the 8-hour emotion, you said, did I mention 8 hours? I would suggest that you put more emotion, and you must treat it as a question for us to ponder. Like, did I mention that I said 8 hours? Rather than, it's like a repeat of the fact. Also, when you deliver your speech, try to point us in the perspective of the people you've met in your trip. For example, you said, once I arrived there, they said, congratulations. You said the word congratulations. More action, lively. And then you said the words, this is the best coffee I've tasted in my entire life. Once again, it is the same comment I have said before. You are stating it as if it was a fact, rather than bringing us. It would have been better saying, I urge you, I have tried it. This is the best coffee I have tasted in my entire life. And you have and in the middle, you have presented symbols of your tattoo. It could have been better is what those symbols relate to you, because you only showed symbols on your body. What's that supposed to do to us? It's free-spirited. One of the symbols. What do we care about free-spirited, right? It could have been better if you elaborated further on what free-spirited means. At the end, overall, you close your speech too fast. Too fast. Because at first you gave us an introduction, you took us on a journey, you let us saw the place, but you ended, it's like you took a steep dive and you closed the journey immediately.
One has to go there. That's why.
And then it would be better. You ended your speech with a challenge or with a question. Would you like to travel with me again to that place? Do you want to receive again the tattoo? overall, you're once again using the sandwich method. It's well grilled. It's definitely edible. It's definitely edible. Good job on your fourth speech. On your speech is going to be evaluated later. I hope that you can incorporate some of my reactions in your next project speeches. I really like to visit soon. Before she's old, right? Let's not lie that she might fly away soon, if you know what I mean. It would be an honor. You are the first person who I met was a tattoo by her.
Can
Overall,
get a tattoo also.
Ask for permission from your dad.
That's already a segue for the tattoo. Okay? Father,
overall,
say yes.
excellent. Good job.
It's part of my trip. Oh, I'm the valuator. Thank you, Toastmaster Rice, for the rather lengthy evaluation.
One down.
Because it's long, you have to prepare later.
To evaluate the speech of Toastmaster, gentlemen again, constructive criticism. He is our former president. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Dagupan.
Your speech title is constructive criticism, and that's what I plan to do.
Scare her.
I have been harsh before, but I'll try to be
Harsher.
Your speech number 5 is with the topic. I'm satisfied with the topic because it's something that you are into it. Of course, I know that it's you know your onions. Yes.
Know your audience.
Know your onions. It's what you do. It's your spoon, right? Something I am not blessed with, having a voice, but I'm musically inclined, so I was so interested in the school, how you run it. I can relate also because I teach, it's my second year of teaching kids, and the face that you showed there is a face I see every day, every time I teach also. But enough of the good thing, let's go to the things I need. I think you could improve on, since your purpose of the speech is body language. I would recommend you shy away from visual presentations and try to let your body speak, because that's the purpose of the speech. And I noticed that you keep clenching your hand. I'm not sure what it means. Maybe it's.
I'm not sure also.
Maybe because the purpose of the speech is for you to use your body as a tool to deliver your speech. By clenching it, I think you're trying to show a form of less confidence, because you're trying to close on yourself, trying to open more. Like me, trying to open. Raise of hands, I noticed that you keep clenching it.
Pastors. Pastors and pastors and
Not unless you're trying to ask, like, please, or trying to convince, like, trying to give emphasis. Maybe you could use it for some emphasis, like putting together, or trying to point out specifically. So please try to get, but clenching it in between. I've seen people putting aside, so it's a relax. It's like having a gap between points. So when you put down, then okay, that's another point. When you put up, then they know you're starting another point. And the use of, since you use a visual this presentation, I would recommend next time use a clicker or a mouse to click it rather than going to the computer every now and then. So it will, since the purpose of the speech is body language, we see you go from standing point to touching the computer. So I would recommend either have it as a mouse, click, since you could use your hand as to point into the presentation. That's showing a shift from you to there. So you could use your hand. That's how I see. I see that you did your hands well by using the number. You did that a while ago, mentioning. Because when you do that, it shows the audience that you're trying to put up points. And so when you do that, they know something coming next. So when you use, try to be more aware that when you're doing speech for body language, you should be aware of your body language too. So it could be a tool. This is speech number 5. Your hands should be more expressive. You could use more for, you could show, instead of having pictures of fish crying, you could give us a sign that crying, sad, since you need to show us. Like a while ago when Rai said, for props, try to block your way, so it will speak for itself. Same thing with the body language. Try to use your hands as a way for us to communicate. So that you stop. So you don't have to tell them, oh, I stop. Or when you did that, you don't have to look at the screen. When you do that, you're telling us to put our attention away from you toward the screen. But overall, I enjoyed it. It was informative because it's something coming from you. When you deliver something, a speech that it's from you, there's no way of saying that it's wrong. It's coming from your heart, something true. So congratulations for the speech. It was well informed. It was well structured. It's just that for some parts, I would recommend to shy away from presentations and use yourself as a tool to communicate. Since some speeches don't really need a presentation, they just want you to tell them what you have in mind. Congratulations. Thank you for the speech number.
Thank you very much for that rather comprehensive evaluation. Our next speaker will evaluate the speech of our former Vice President, BPM. She is one of the pillars of our club, a founding member, founding president, and one of the most helpful evaluators in our club. Please help me welcome Toastmaster, ACP Wednesday. You can yes.
Evaluate from here. We'll just hold the camera. Gentlemen.
Evaluate on your food.
Okay, thank you very much, Toastmasters, for the very kind and generous introduction. So, this is a speech by management. And let me begin by starting with a question and answer from the audience. Toastmaster, and handled the question and answer very well. She was very much prepared. All of your questions were adequately answered by her. Your apprehensions that might happen in the St. Albert covered court were intelligently answered by Toastmaster Anne, and she was very, very much prepared for that, for the possible questions from the audience. And I guess you were satisfied with her answers. So she handled it very well. And there was a lively participation from all of you who were so enthusiastic and excited to participate on July 22. I think that would be a demonstration meeting and encourage the students of St. Albert, the grade 11 students. So I foresee that there will be a very lively gathering in the morning of July 22 because of that. What I noticed though is that I was expecting something that would present to us a controversial issue that she will resolve as acting as the public relations officer of the school, or who will neutralize the emotions of the parents or the students. So I am thinking that it could be something like the adversarial reaction of the parents because of a new policy introduced by the school, or a new rules and regulation, like for wearing of uniforms, changing of the color or the style of the uniform, or say, like for example, not allowing students who are not to wear fonts like that. So that could be a controversy that will be negatively reacted by the parents, or the students. So what Anne would tell is she will gather these parents and the students who are reacting on the issue. So she will try to explain and convince the parents and the students to buy in, or to buy in, just to abide with the new rules and policy of the school. But what she presented is she would like to encourage the students to become a good public speaker by us inviting to perform a demonstration speech. So maybe what Anne would like to accomplish is that the students will be encouraged and inspired to become a good public speaker. So anyway, I now understand her purpose and objective, why there should be a demonstration speech to be conducted in St. Albert. But I congratulate you, Anne, for presenting to us a speech for your higher project or to become a advanced communicator singer. On the overall, I like your objective actually. I like your purpose. So I congratulate you for preparing a good speech. Good evening.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Waiting for the evaluation. Now let me call on the meeting assistants. We are running out of time, so please give your report in less than a minute. May I call on the timer?
Yeah. During the table topic session, Toastmaster General 15 minutes. Seconds. Toastmaster Joel 53 seconds. Fidel 1.54 minutes. 1 minute and 24 seconds. Manadi 22.
Okay.
Prepare the speeches. Jeneline 6 minutes and 12.
Wow.
And then on your second is 5 minutes and 37. Toastmaster Anne in your first part, 4 minutes and 56 seconds, while the Q&A portion is 13 and 45. During the evaluation, Kathy, 27 minutes.
Seconds. Never.
Right, you're a very good evaluator, but your time is so very much too long, over time, 8.07 minutes. Choir 6.37, while Wendy 5.56. Hindi kami pumaksan lahat.
Longer than the speakers.
Thank you, Madam.
Oh, disqualified.
Accurate accounting of time. May I now call on our Toastmaster Anne for language evaluation? Less than 1 minute, please. Language evaluation.
That is a fact one. When we refer to a person, let's not say that, let's say who. For me, I always choose angry over mad. I believe, I think, I feel mad means crazy. Angry is when you're galing. I know already. This is how our students say it. Let us encourage them to say, I already know that. I already know that. I enjoy stubborn. I enjoy rude. What those symbols relate to you could have been how those symbols relate to you. You let us saw. You let us see. You were able to let us see. You were able to let us feel. So we say see instead. I really like to visit soon. Maybe we just forgot the place. I really like to visit Kalinga soon. You are so into, you are into it. You are into it. So maybe, since it's quite vague, you are into what? Which is it? Maybe we could just specify what it is. Thank you.
To enumerate our account, please help me welcome Toastmaster Fidel.
The account will be Kathy as only one, and of course 0.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wendy
Yes.
has 2. Rice has 2. Sam has only 1.
Wow!
Wow! It's a miracle!
For a celebration.
I will buy a food.
That's a perfect birthday gift for me.
Is 0.
Wow!
Choir has 3.
Oh.
And Joel has 3.
Thank you, Toastmaster Fidel. Let me brief on this and let me nitpick.
What?
Pick!
Huh?
Okay?
Did you hear that?
I will not evaluate the meeting in general. I commend the VP for President for rotating the Sergeant at Arms. This is the first time I saw Toastmaster when he do the Sergeant at Arms role, opening the meeting. Second is, during the Sparkle Toastmaster, Madam President, I noticed that normally when you are asking the Sparkle, you are not backing out of the stage. Okay? What you should do, perhaps, I suggest, is you go back to your seat so you don't get attention while others are speaking in front. Another thing is, do not debate people answering the Sparkle. Another point, please, Toastmaster, discuss the theme for a minute, especially the presiding officer, Madam President. I also like that our timer explained the theme. Our Toastmaster of the evening, I like his opening statement about the nutrition. It was a good introduction. I also like when she mentions or recognize all other speakers and their roles. I also like his habit of starting or leading us into applause. For our topic master, Toastmaster Rice, I was amused when you say, hello Toastmaster Governor Bertel. Hello Governor Bertel. You have, I also like that when you say about explanation of rice, which is rice is a very simple carbohydrates. That is a very a new information for me. One thing though, that you have a big notes. I notice you have a big notes. When you have these big notes, don't let it stand. Make it flat. Because as I see you, it covers around a fifth of your body. This is too big. Okay? When you have this note, make it flat.
So they don't see my belly.
Another point is when you ask a question, and the speakers are already here in front, try to sit down so you don't get the focus. Toastmaster, what else? Toastmaster Rice, I also like the prepared speaker. I like when you repeat the objectives of the speech of Toastmaster Jen. You know, it was quite a minute or quite a while ago that every one of us perhaps had forgotten the objectives of speech, and from time to time it's nice to remind everyone that this is the objective of her speech and you evaluate him on that. I also like your gesture, approval of hands, your focus when you're evaluating Toastmaster Jen, your focus on her. I also like the injection of humor when you say the burger is well cooked.
Well, yeah, it's well cooked.
And it's edible.
One thing that I want you to avoid is when you're trying to make recommendations, it's like you're imposing. You said, I want you to inject emotions. It sounds like you're pushing too much. You're pushing too much, that's a suggestion. Toastmaster choir, you have a very good hand gesture. I noticed that. You are, perhaps among us here, you're the best Toastmaster when it comes to hand gesture. Very animated. You can see it from here to here, to here. And it's sync with the ups and downs of your lips when you're talking.
Wow. Give one, huh?
I also like when you commend Toastmaster Anne, saying that her style, you appreciated this style because you were also teaching. I also like your very clear voice and pronunciation. You're cool, very confident. My only points for improvement, you're always clasping your hand. Well, normally that is being shown by people who are nervous or who are, shall I say, disorganized in their thoughts. But I do not see that on your face. Somehow this is just your habit. Other than that, you did very good tonight. Toastmaster Wendy, I agree with what you say, that the topic is not that appropriate for that speech. It is not very appropriate for that speech because that kind of it needs to be defended. It needs to be defended. Your good hand gesture is one of your strengths, like that. This is the thing that I want to say long before. I need to nitpick. When you are evaluating, you have the tendency, when you're trying to highlight the weak points of evaluator, that sometimes you are on the edge of laughter. You're trying to quit smile or a little bit giggle. Well, in our culture, that's okay. But in Western countries, if you giggle and you're telling something bad or something's wrong with the speaker, that is like laughing at their mistakes. So try to avoid that because it has bad connotations. Other than that, you're a great speaker. Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmasters staff. Indeed, an evening of nutritious brain food. We see you again next meeting. We will announce all the really details on Facebook and we will be texting everyone. Rice, happy birthday.
Happy
birthday. Thank you. Sir Sam has made reservations.
No, that's it. We will.
I texted him. For Sam's birthday, for Rice's birthday celebration.
Let's go.
Alright.
Madam President, let's talk about business there. Halika na, makipagsarap tayo.
Let's go. Let's go. TM Virgil, hi. Hi. Let me. Thank you.